Hello, my friends. I am back with another dedicated candle review. Today, we're going to be talking about Kringle Candle Salted Maple Pumpkin. Now, before I get into this review, I do always like to be transparent when a candle has been sent to me in PR. And this is the last candle from the fall 2024 collection that was sent to me in PR way back in July. This is the last one that I will be reviewing. I have actually reviewed all 11 other candles. This is the 12th one. Yay, I did it. So anyways, I do always like to be upfront about that before I get into my review. This is their standard 2-wick, 100% soy, 22-ounce tumbler. I believe it's 22 ounces. I should probably double check on that. This candle does retail for, I believe, $31 on the Kringle website. It is available in a medium-sized tumbler as well as a 3-wick, and in the wax melts. I don't believe that the daylight machine is up and running again yet. But yeah, this fragrance, if you happen to have caught my first sniff session of that collection way back in July, this was the fragrance that came in as one of my top fragrances. I really enjoyed this candle on cold sniff. Now, upon burn, how do I feel about it? Because we all know with candles that sometimes they can smell a little bit different when you light them up. There were some fragrances in there that I thought I was really going to enjoy, and some that I felt the opposite. I didn't really like them, and then it turned out being that I enjoyed the ones that I didn't think I would like way more, and then the ones that I liked on cold sniff, a couple of those I ended up decluttering. So in this fragrance, we have fragrance notes here listed as top notes of sweet and spice, mid notes of maple and butter, base notes of cinnamon and vanilla. Pour date on this specific candle is June 5th, 2024. And like I said, this is their standard 100% soy wax formula. So what does my nose smell with this candle? On cold sniff, I definitely get that, like there is a dense, like I don't want to say maple so much, but like if this isn't like maple syrup, like I smelled in, say Bath and Body Works maple pumpkin, which I will do a post burn review on that one probably later this week. But I definitely get, it's definitely like a heavy but slightly sweet and beautifully balanced out savory type of fragrance. It's definitely like what you're looking at on the picture here. You get that really delicious pumpkin pie, but with a little bit of extra sweetness added to it. I don't know exactly what accords they're using there for sweet and spice. I do detect some like pumpkin pie spice in here, but that is definitely not the most prominent note to my nose. What I smell is definitely the density of butter balanced out with the sweetness of maple. But again, this is not like an overly maple type of fragrance. It's definitely a gourmand. It's definitely in that like pumpkin pie realm, but I just don't get as much of like the pumpkin pie spice in this candle, as truthfully as I think I would like. I really love, still my number one pumpkin pie fragrance is Bath and Body Works Pumpkin Vanilla Creme, which I know used to be called pumpkin pie and then they repackaged it. But this is definitely, it's a good fragrance. It's very similar in many ways to a fragrance that I enjoyed from the Halloween 2023 lineup. They offered it in a 3-wick and it was called Pumpkin Smash. Now that candle has a little bit different fragrance notes in it. It has white pumpkin seeds, pumpkin puree, lemon, brown sugar, cinnamon sticks, nutmeg shavings, maple butter, toffee, vanilla extract. I feel like they are cousins to each other, but truthfully, if you were to ask me which fragrance do I prefer between the two, I'm going to go with Pumpkin Smash. I think it's because it's slightly sweeter. The savory aspect in this salted maple pumpkin is something that hits my nose. Some days it's okay, but to be honest with you, there are other days when it comes across a little bit kind of burned to my nose. I know I've talked about that with Kringle a lot of the times when they have a butter accord listed. Sometimes my nose does not like it. It just what was it, in the praline buttercream, there was that note in there, and I was like, it smells burned to my nose. Almost like a caramel aspect, but there's no caramel listed in this candle, but I did get a little bit of that accord, especially on, like, I would say the first 3 burns of this candle. Now, I will say, now that I'm at the midway point, I don't really detect that note as much, so I feel like that has kind of settled down. But yeah, it's a nice fragrance. I do enjoy it. But is it a fragrance that I see myself repurchasing and needing backups of? No, it's not. It's good for this time of year, but again, it's nothing that really stands out above the crowd for me. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle. So I will go ahead and turn it this way for you. So we've got good wicks, as we have always come to expect. Most of the time with Kringle, we know that they've had a little bit of a journey with wicks this year, but clean burn. I'm not dealing with any soot, no puffs of soot. I can allow this candle to burn usually for about 5 or 6 hours, and I don't have any issues with it. Now, we will see once the candle gets further on down the burn if there's any sooting issues, but so far I am not running into that problem. We've got a nice deep wax pool here. But yeah, solid performance in terms of the clean burn that we have come to expect from Kringle. Strength and throw on this candle is also around what I typically expect from these 2-wick tumblers. I'm going to give this one about a 7 in terms of strength and throw. It is detectable out here in my open concept. Does it throw all the way into the kitchen? Not really. I mean, I can detect it a little bit at the opening of the kitchen, but it's not a powerhouse smack you in the face type of fragrance, which I'm okay with, because again, you guys, I just kind of feel, I don't want to say meh about this fragrance. It's just nothing that is so earth shattering for me that I wanted backups of. Whereas I felt with Pumpkin Smash last year, I did end up getting a backup of that candle because I think they clearanced it out to like $6 after Christmas, and I did want a backup of it. So I feel like because I like that fragrance so much and they are in the similar family, my preferences gravitate towards Pumpkin Smash over this one. But this candle, I feel like the strength and throw that it is at, for me personally, is perfect, just because when it was burning, I want to say on those first couple of burns, maybe when it was burning a little bit hotter, or maybe those oils were more towards the top, it did start to come across a little bit scorched to me after about 2 hours of burn time. And I don't know, that's just something that I run into with some fragrances. I don't know why that is. It's probably just the fragrance blend, but the savor, I think it's definitely that savory aspect that they're going for in this fragrance, sometimes just doesn't hit my nose right. And so therefore I'm okay with this not being a smack me in the face type of fragrance, because then I feel like I can burn this candle in a room and it will complement when I'm burning in other rooms. But yeah, it's a nice fragrance, but it's not one that I want more of. And I'm also glad that it's not super strong, because I do feel like it could just be too much or really turn me off if it were any stronger. I do really enjoy pairing this candle with like some apple type of fragrances. So I've been burning this, like, say, with Bath and Body Works Apple Crisp, or I'm currently testing out Homeworks' Charred Apple Woods. If you have like just any like good solid apple fragrances, I do feel like this is a nice complementary scent to it. If you want to amp up the sweetness, you could probably burn it with Bath and Body Works Maple Pumpkin. But it's a good fragrance, but it's definitely not one that I feel like I need backups of. So, which I feel like I've made that very, very clear here. If you happen to be interested in this candle, it is available on the Kringle website. I do have a discount code with Kringle as a brand ambassador. My code is Katie15. It will save you 15% off of your purchase on the Kringle website. It is an affiliate code that's eligible for a commission, so please only use that if you are comfortable doing so. But the fragrance on this, I'm going to give like a midway thumb up. I just feel kind of like meh about it, but the performance is good. And I think that if you are not expecting it to be like a house filler, you know, blow you out of the house type of fragrance, then you're probably going to be pretty happy with it. I feel like it's best suited as like a complimentary fragrance, but I do enjoy it. I could see myself, to be honest with you, like just really pulling back the curtain. Fun fact, you guys, my daughter has notified me. I have a teenage daughter, and she has notified me that a lot of her friends at school have found out that I have a YouTube channel. So hi to all of Paisley's friends who have subscribed to my channel if you're watching this. But I do know that she has a couple of friends at school who kind of have an interest in fragrance. And so I am kind of at the point right now where I have so many candles to review that I also want to balance that out with enjoying candles that I truly, genuinely love. So I'm at this point where I've talked about before where I could see myself possibly passing this candle along to a friend or somebody else who might really enjoy it, because I like it, but I don't love it. And I do need to prioritize burning the candles that I truly love, as well as balancing that out with my need to review new candles for my content here on my channel. So anyways, you guys, this may or may not end up in my empties at the end of the month. I will keep you guys updated to let you know what I decided to do with it. But in terms of if you like savory, savory fall gourmands, I think that you'll be pretty happy with this scent. I do know that a lot of people in the Kringle Facebook group have said that they really enjoyed this fragrance. Also, let me know if you happen to have picked this one up in the 3-wick. I know that they've had some pretty good 3-wick sales recently. So let me know if you happen to have picked one of those up. Let me know if that's stronger in terms of the performance for all of you. So please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. It helps me out with the old YouTube algorithm. Also consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I cover a lot of candle content. You will be seeing quite a few dedicated reviews coming up from me in the next couple of weeks. There might be a couple of 2-a-day reviews just because I'm trying to play catch up here. I do have a lot of the new reserve candles from Kringle that I'm trying to get some thoughts formed on, as well as I have a couple of 2023 Kringle reserves that I wanted to give you guys some reviews on because they are still available on the website. So, all right, you guys, I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.